Tammy Bruce is a radio show host and president of Independent Women's Voice, and she joins us tonight. So, Tammy, I just want to be totally clear. I am not impugning the character of this woman. We actually have a mutual friend who says she's a very good person,
Sure.
and I believe that she believes what she's saying. I just don't think that means it's right, accurate. But what bothers me is the political use to which this story is being put right now. It seems very hypocritical.
Well, see, that's it. We really don't know what happened 36 years ago. And no matter what happens in hearings, we also still won't know. And that's what makes it so appealing to the Democrats. Now, for me, as an advocate for women, I care about the nature of the fight that's gone on for generations to have women be taken seriously about sexual violence with strangers or acquaintances or loved ones. And yet this kind of politicizing of an event like this, as it's alleged, really makes a mockery of all of our experiences as women when we've encountered that kind of a situation. So that's my concern. And Americans are watching this.
May I ask you to pause right there? Tell me, how does it make a mockery of that? Can you elaborate?
Well, look, we've been told, or at least we were dismissed before when we complained about domestic violence or the way that we're treated in a society that suggests, of course, through pornography and other means, that we are to be abused, that our role in society is limited, and we're to be used for either the pleasure of men or other people, and that if we don't perform properly, we'll pay the price for that. And we've said we're better than that, right? We've got a right to be treated well. We want a legal system that listens to our complaints, and that we are serious. These are serious issues that happen to all women across the board. It's not a partisan issue, right? It affects us. So when we say we want to be taken seriously and that it's because we want justice, and then allegations come forward specifically to harm someone, to be used in a manner to ruin them personally, to ruin their career, their personal reputation, and it's outside of the justice system. That it's not about the accuser being taken seriously and the accused having rights as well, because that's the only way that we are treated fairly. So we're actually saying everyone who is saying that women can't be trusted, that women are going to use accusations against us, that comes back into play. And this is what none of us deserve this. So we want this to be a fair dynamic. Your outline, of course, put it perfectly. This is about a political dynamic. There's only one agenda forward here. For me, it's a political character assassination. And it's a shame that she's in this position and that we are, and certainly that Judge Kavanaugh is. We all deserve better. And I hope that really the one way to stop this from continuing is to confirm Judge Kavanaugh. We have this dynamic of knowing him and his history as an adult, and we can't allow allegations that can't be proven to derail this kind of dynamic when we've got all of these other elements in place.
Well, sure. And very quickly, wouldn't it be nice to have a real debate about the Constitution and how the Supreme Court interprets it, rather than to have an endless series of debates about the moral character of this nominee to that or the other thing?
Well, this is a good example of the difference between what the conservatives want, which is a view of the Constitution, what the Supreme Court's supposed to do, which is look at the nature of what our law is supposed to provide in a reasonable, sober way, versus what the Democrats are doing. They are putting him through a star chamber. They want you to have the feelings and the feels about what it is that's going on. Forget about facts that you can prove. This is a woman who, and I give her credit, who admits she doesn't remember when it happened, what year, where it happened, how she got there, how she left. She seems to be honest in those frameworks about what she can remember and what she can't. But the fact is, this is clearly, with the way it's been handled from the start with Senator Feinstein, meant to simply be a political hatchet job.
Of course.
And it's a shame that this woman now will be put in that position. And look, for those of us who have experienced sexual violence or harassment or assault, we handle it in different ways in our lives. I'm not going to begrudge her for how she handled what she says happened to her, but right now we all have a responsibility to not have it become a charade in the name of all women in our experiences.
And when Chuck Schumer starts giving you a moral lecture, then you know that none of this is real. Tammy, thank you. Great to see you.
Thank you, Tucker.